Hi everyone, it's Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. And today we have some big news. You may have noticed the Sims team dropped the patch early. It's here in a day early. Today, a free game update that brings 100 plus skin tones, customization tools for skin tones and makeup, and 3 improved base game hairstyles. There's also a main menu makeover, and we're going to look at that in a second. We're not going to go over the whole patch notes. I just wanted to give you some highlights. Here they talk a little bit about the sliders and the new skin tones we're going to look at. Essentially, the ability to customize skin tones is a huge thing. They also updated 3 base game hair. So this one comes in 2 variations. These are for kid Sims. In this one, this like kind of look here, and has baby hairs in one option and then none in another, and I think that's quite nice to have that option. Here we have another one. This one's for, I'm assuming, mostly male Sims, and the texture already on this is so much better than what we used to have. I think the Sims team, we already, I think, need more diversity in skin, not skin tones, we just got that update, in hair in general. However, I do think this is a good step in the right direction. I'm glad, on one hand, I'm glad that we didn't get a lot in the past, because the ones that we did get for kind of like, as they label in the game, Afro textured hair, they aren't good, especially the base game ones. So I'm really glad they went back and fixed these, and going forward, hopefully in more free updates, they can give us more free hairs. I think a lot of the base game hairs need a free update anyways. I'm glad they're starting with these, and I just think as they go, they should just add some more free base game hairs that aren't the ones that we originally got. I just find the ones that we originally got are kind of blocky looking, and then they don't have good texture, and then especially when it came to kind of more curlier, thicker hair as we see here, it just didn't look good. So this is a huge improvement. Some fixes, because there are quite a bit of fixes you see here. I'm not going to go over all of them, but some things, your Sims will now properly age up. That was an issue some Simmers were having. There's an issue where doors and windows and arches had cutouts that were being reflected in mirrors, so they fixed that. They fixed the fishing skill. So if you don't have the fishing skill and you're out in public, and if a stranger identified a type of fish, you would be informed, and therefore you would know it. This is something I never hated this, but I always thought it was just kind of like, okay, this Sim I'm playing does not care about fish. So they fix it so you'll know if you do not have that skill, the fishing skill, you will not be getting these random updates on types of fish that Nancy Landgrab has identified while you're at the bar. They added vacation days to some of the careers that didn't have them before. And they just fixed a few other things in the base game as well. Some really nice stuff. As well as we did get some ones for get to work, get together, city living, cats and dogs, seasons. One seasons that I saw that was confusing was Sims can now shower in the rain. I thought that always was an option. Maybe I'm just wrong. They fixed some get famous, some island living. This one I'm a little sad, but mermaids and other occults should no longer be able to make hybrid occults. How are they making them? Oh boy, I'm not sure it's appropriate for me to give you the mermaid, birds, and the spellcaster bees talk. I do wish, and maybe this could be another video one day I make, I wish they would fix how the gene system in The Sims 4 worked, in the sense, if you have 2 Sims, one maybe an occult, maybe not, maybe there's like a 50-50, or I don't know, 60-40% chance that Sim will or will not be an occult as well. I just think that could be fun. And then if you have 2 occults that are 2 different, seeing what you'll get if you and a mermaid and a vampire, if they'll get a mermaid or a vampire, or there should maybe be the option to get a mortal. That could be funny. I don't know. Discovering University got a few. Eco Lifestyle, still getting a few. I love Eco Lifestyle, but it has it's had quite a few issues. Two from Snowy Escape that I thought were pretty cool, or kind of important, was they fixed an issue in the sentiment panel where your Sims would travel, and the sentiment panel will be like highlighted again as if you got a new sentiment, even though you didn't. And then they fixed so that food stalls won't just randomly close during the festivals. Then for Dine Out, one that was super big for me is hot pot meals are now added to part of the restaurant menus. Super excited because I wanted to make a hot pot restaurant, and I was like, I don't know how that would work in The Sims. So quite happy about that. Now we're gonna go into the game and we're gonna take a look at the new main screen and then check out the new skins, how to play with those, as well as check out the new makeup sliders. I do quite like this side, which for me, looking at it, it's my left side of the screen. I like over here, it has your home and it has, you know, info on the latest pack that's been released. Quite like that. The Sparked Challenge, so kind of that community engagement. Here probably is where they'll put big updates. Who knows how things will go. They have a little thing here for the patch notes, and then you might not see because my camera's in the way. Once again, talking about the big update. They have access to the gallery here, as well as game options have changed. The pack menu, I do quite like the pack menu. I like here, which packs will you play with today? And rather than on the old home screens where it'd show you every pack and maybe highlight ones you don't have, this is a much easier one you can ignore. Once again, it still highlights if you do or don't have any. I have all of them because I have a problem. And if you click on it, it gives you a little bit about it, which is nice. I know they did that in the past, but I do quite like looking at the box art more than the little icon. I do like the icons. They're not bad, but I think the box art is far more telling than those little icons. And to be fair, we'll be honest, not all of these are great. Snowy Escape, I think, is the best one so far. You know, it's nice. You get to see all the content. And then here they break it up a little bit more. So you can look at the packs you own. You can look at all expansion packs. You can look at all game packs. Wow, Journey to Batu really just stands out. Girl, you are not reading the room. Then we have stuff packs. And then the free content. Now, I also like here, Get Weird, Jaymehorne, thanks. Now we are going to jump right in and we are going to play with Create a Sim and kind of start playing with the new skin tones. Okay, so here we are. The skin tones are broken up into warm, neutral, and cool, and miscellaneous. If you want to look at all of them, you press the infinity. If you want to look at just the warm, just the neutral, just the cool, or just the miscellaneous. These are like the, you know, the like ones from like vampires, as well as aliens. Anyone out here making red aliens? Maybe I should start doing that more. So how it works is, so I really like the breakup already of warm, neutral, and cool. I think this will help a lot of players be able to make themselves. You just gotta identify, like, do I have a warm or kind of cool? You can't see because I'm very washed out in this lighting usually. I would say I have a slight warm, so I might go for a warm or maybe a neutral if I were making myself. I just like these. And then here, you can start playing with if you want it to be lighter or darker. And if you really like the skin tone, which you came up with, which I'm not going to save this one. So, like, let's say you're like, say you're trying to make yourself, and you go, okay, this is kind of my tone, just a little darker. You just drag it, and then you're like, okay, that's close. And then if you want to save it, you press the save button here, and it comes down as a custom swatch, so you can always get back to it. I think it might just be for this one save file. I could be wrong. It might be a go across all, or it might just be when playing this one sim. I have not played a lot with it. This is my first time looking at it with you guys. And from my first look, I do really like this. I like the idea of doing the warm, the neutral, and the cool. And I think some of these are quite nice skin tones. Like even this one, like I don't think I would use this one a lot, but I could definitely think of a reason when I need to. See, these are, what I like too is these lighter ones. So before, with a lot of the darker skin tones, when you had like a lighter, darker skin tone, it always felt a little ashy, and I think these don't feel as, I feel like they feel like they have a little bit more life to them. What I'm really interested though is seeing, especially with the darker skin tones, what is the, just from a quick little look very up close, it doesn't seem to have the usual forehead issues, which I like. It doesn't seem to have any weird blotches on the face. There does seem to be like a little bit of outline above the lips, but to be honest, I don't think I would have noticed that if I were like specifically looking for it. And then also when you back out this far, it also just kind of looks like the highlight anyways, so that actually that could just be the highlight and me just like over analyzing what I'm looking for. However, you know, these aren't all of them. I'm looking at the really dark ones because those are the ones we've had issues with. All right, this is a nice skin tone. It's nice and smooth. It's not looking blotchy. Once again, here it looks like this is the same in the sense, like not the same as in, once again, there is this almost kind of like highlight up here, which I think at first I thought was not a glitch, but like an issue. But now that I'm seeing, I'm like, oh no, yeah, that actually makes more sense. It may have just been, like I said, once again, me just being like, where are the issues? I think I came into this not with low expectations, but like assuming that there would be some issues. This one, the third one, the nose. Yeah, the nose is slightly different. Interesting. Once again, it's not like before where there are huge blotches, but you know, I'm not gonna like, you know, give them a round of applause or not critique them where they need critique. Yeah, these cooler ones, these darker ones, they seem to have, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's up by the, I guess you call this what, the, I don't know, like the tip of the nose. I should know this. I went to art school, studied anatomy. There's like almost like a round shape, if you will. It's not super noticeable, and I think I like it a lot more than before with like those awful issues, but you know, I wasn't done playing with their skin tones. Why'd I do that? And what I like too about this is, once again, you have the ability to do so much customization. For example, like I said, this one in its normal, I probably wouldn't use it. It's a little yellow, but when you play with the slider here, it actually changes and it can actually look a lot nicer. Yeah, I'm really liking these skin tones. Once again, I've noticed, yeah, the cooler one. It also could just maybe be the nose. Now let me change her nose and let's see. Oh yeah, it might have just been that nose. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I think it was just that nose. It does look like there's a slight line there, but that also, it goes with the more bumpier noses. Like you see how this one has a slightly bumps out just a little. But the flatter noses. Okay, yeah. So I think that was the nose, actually. I don't think that was the skin tone. But also maybe that's something they can look into for a future update. Going, all right, how do we better now make it work with all nose shapes or whatever? Yeah, I think the quality of these are so much, just so much better. It's so nice not to see the blotches. Thank you, Sims team. And what this already on its own, this also feels so intuitive for the Sims 4 to have this like this drag slider. Ooh, I like the skin tone a lot. I'm just like looking for blotches. I know that's awful. I like won't let the Sims team have their moment. But these are... I'm so far on my computer. The reason I want to bring up my... because some people... I've noticed on some computer... Like on the last skin update, for me it looked tremendous. Like so much better than before. Ooh, I just noticed this too. How much the lips changed. That's nice. Like there were still issues with those skin tones that they were fixing, don't get me wrong, but this is so but it was still an improvement. Okay, there's a little odd texture going on here. Once again, I don't think I would notice it if I wasn't looking. Like I think if I were just, going through making a sim, but since I'm like hyper fixing, like where's the issue? But yeah, before some people were showing screenshots and they would have like these big yellow splotches that I wasn't getting on my computer. And I was like, that's strange. Once again, this is also the skin tones that I think are a little sickly looking. Just playing with the sliders makes them so much more, it changes them so much. It's like a jaundicey kind of look. Sometimes you just got jaundice, it's okay. Alright, so overall, I actually really like the new skin tones. I think they did quite a good job. I definitely think, this is something they could go back and edit, and if there's people having issues, like I said, I just briefly looked through them and didn't see any major issues, but that doesn't mean other people aren't having the same issues from before. Let's quickly jump into makeup. I wonder if any of the face paint also comes with the... It all does. Ooh, because this is... Whoa. I love that we have this hue slider. That's so cool. But like, for example, what if we... It's so cool. Because I was thinking it was just going to be like on the eye makeup or whatever. But having the ability to do it. Ooh, hoo, hoo, turning down the saturation or turning it all the way up. I love it. And then turning it. Nice. This could be fun with playing with aliens too, or like other occults, to make it seem more like it's part of the skin rather than like it's something on top. This might be fun too. Oh, this one. These two don't. The Sims team said no. Oh. They said yes. I was just being crazy. Whoa, that's so funny. How quickly that goes down. Girl, you gonna get a sunburn. Let's check out eye makeup first. So, right now you don't really see that. The red you do. Ooh, oh, I like that actually kind of on its own. But that's not what we're here for. We're gonna turn up the brightness. Ooh. Look at her. Look at her go. And then you can change the opacity. Ooh. She's a stunning queen. Let's go for a more. And what if we just... Ooh. She's a stunning queen. I like this a lot, this update. Yeah, what if she wanted, but let's turn out just a little. She wants to be a little bit more subdued. She's off to go meet, like, her boyfriend's parents or something. She's going for a natural look. Ooh, even this one from Vampires. Wow. I don't know why you would want that. I'm glad to have that option. Ooh. Or even these. Some of these I think are kind of fun, but I feel like sometimes they're just so intense. Being able to turn them down may be nice. Ooh. This one does not really want to change. Interesting. So it doesn't seem to be the same, like, across the board, which isn't the worst. Ooh, girl, we need to turn that saturation down. Oh, maybe not. What if we turn the brightness? Well, let's pick something not crazy today. Like I say, I quite liked this. We're just gonna turn up the brightness a little, get a nice little look. Cheek, let's try the MAC makeup. Let's do this. Can we turn? Interesting. So with this MAC makeup, we don't have all the same options. Or with this one, huh? Interesting. Well, I guess that's not, because for this, like, this is a lot more noticeable, for example, than this one. But we can turn it down just a little, so she ain't too loud. I guess that's not terrible. I do wish you could maybe play with some of these other options, because I think, yeah, these, like, crazy ones that, like, nobody uses on a daily basis. But, you know, that's fine. If she wants to be loud, then we'll just turn C. Quite like that. Now let's move on to lips. This is also another thing. So in the past, on darker skin tones, lipsticks didn't look good for two reasons. One, sometimes they were just too vibrant, and another times they like had a weird pixelation around it. It was just like a whole lot of like, nobody looks like that. So let's try that. Ooh. She's stunning. That lip line don't look too bad. Let's just try another one, just because that also... I always use this one, because that one wasn't terrible. So, already, she's just a little too loud. Just a little too loud for this look. So we gonna try to turn down the opacity a little. Maybe the brightness. Ooh. And there we have it, folks. Of course, there's a lot more we could do to her makeup. She's very red. She is going on a hot date, you could say. Alright, so overall, I'm quite happy with this update. This, I think, is one of those quality of life things that just, like, it's going to help give your Sims a little bit more personality. I think, Sims personalities, in my opinion, don't just come from traits. They come from, the walk style, how you dress them. And for a long time, you couldn't really make a lot of darker skinned Sims who were like super into makeup because the makeup just didn't look good on them. I do think we could maybe get some blushes that are maybe purposely made for maybe darker skin tones. Maybe get some more eye makeup that might be made more for that kind of skin tone as well, because there are brands, for example, that do that. Like, what if the Sims could, I don't know, like partner with Fenty, Rihanna's brand? We could really get some looks, and that's what we deserve in this lifetime. Let's just give her some statement brows. Not quite the statement I wanted. There. She is going out, and she knows what she wants. Anyways, though, so yeah, I'm quite happy with this update. I think this is going to be a super fun one, or one that we all kind of look back at. On one hand, I'm with a lot of people in the fact that this should have been done sooner. The fact that we are just getting this now is a little ridiculous. However, I'm glad that they did take their time and listen to what the community had to say before they went out and just made more skin tones, because I think that was the issue with the ones they had made before to fix the issue, was that they just were not well made, and it just didn't work out. So I'm quite happy that they went back and that they did this, because this just being able to do this on its own, having the skin tones that you can make and save, that is something that I think The Sims 4 will like forever be remembered for. I know in The Sims 3 we could also have customized skin tones. I think this system works so much better, in my humble opinion. I know some people really quite love that color wheel, but I think this, especially the system of warm, neutral, and cool, super user friendly. I love the miscellaneous category too. And I love that they really separated out, because before it went from like light to dark into like the miscellaneous. So I like that they did this, and I also like this way too. It acknowledges that, skin tones of all kinds have different warmths to them. Because beforehand it was just a mess. So congrats, Sims team, you've earned your paycheck this week. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below what you think of this patch. If you're noticing any blotchiness, let me know, because once again, just because I'm not seeing it on my computer doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, and it doesn't mean because to be fair, I'm gonna be honest, I have a gaming laptop. It runs games quite well, and I don't usually have any issues. And like I said, the issues I had with the skin tones beforehand were lesser than some other people's, and I think that once again just has to do with I spent way too much money on this stupid laptop. So anyways, let me know down below what you think of this update. Let me know if there's any key features I went over that you're excited for that I didn't touch upon, and let me know if you kind of like this, if you like this new system. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.